140 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 20 professional bouts, including one draw with 10 knockouts. The 1984 Olympic gold medalist from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, Meldrick TNT Taylor. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with the white trim. He weighed in at 138 1/4 pounds. This gentleman has 38 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw with 33 knockouts. He is the current International Boxing Federation Junior Welterweight Champion from Brentwood, Long Island, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, here is James Buddy McGirt.
Well, the biggest difference between these two is the reach advantage that you see in behalf of Buddy McGirt, reaching out 70 1/2 inches to 66 1/2 for Meldrick Taylor. But Taylor's got some speed to compensate for that. Let's quickly check the rules here in the state of New Jersey as they apply to this championship bout for the IBF. 12 rounds, of course, 10-point must system scoring. No pre-knockdown rule, no standing 8 count, and the bail can't save a fighter in any of the scheduled 12 rounds. And here's round 1. Remember, McGirt has 11 first-round victories to his credit. Not that we expect that today against the likes of Meldrick Taylor.
One thing to remember here in the first round, Don, is that each man is facing the quickest opponent of their career.
Yes.
And they're going to get hit by punches that arrive much quicker than they're used to, and they'll both have to make defensive adjustments. There, good left hook by McGirt.
Wasting no time, but Taylor countering beautifully.
He's countering, but he's slightly hurt. He's flailing away. This is a brawl. And this goes against all the tactical preparation that both camps did prior to this fight.
They just went out the window. All that planning, weeks of it. You might figure McGirt to engage in a brawl, but for Taylor, it would seem to be a mistake this early.
That's right. Meldrick Taylor is the man with inferior power on paper coming into this fight. He's been so quick that he doesn't finish his punches. He just gets off 5 or 6 point punch combinations that score a lot of points but don't do a lot of damage. He says he's going to settle down in this fight and punch with more power. You saw a good left hook in that exchange that just happened.
They are wasting no time at all, providing the excitement we bargained for in the scheduled 12-round title fight.
You just saw Buddy McGirt make a move with his left arm, kind of pump it. We're going to be very sensitive to anything Buddy does with his left arm. He has an inflammation in the bicep of his left arm. He's still giving it ultrasound treatments. It's just not going to go away unless he retires from boxing, and he's not about to do that anytime soon.
He told us that it only bothers him when he thinks about it.
I think that means it bothers him a lot, and he tries to put it out of his mind.
Again, at the end of that exchange, a good left hook from Meldrick Taylor. Now, Taylor has been known to drop his left hand, and he knows he can't afford that against McGirt because the counter right can come right over it and burn him.
You see right now Buddy McGirt carrying his left low. He does that also. He generally does it when he's out of range of his opponent.
Taylor a lunging right that only partially connects.
For a young man, just 20 fights out of the amateurs. That was an amateur's right hand.
They now have 30 seconds to go in an action-packed first round. McGirt has had twice the pro fights that Taylor has. He turned pro a year before the '84 Olympics, and in some ways regrets that. Envies what Taylor won, a gold medal, but so proud of his own World Professional Championship and defending it skillfully here in the first round here today. Much more to come. A good one shaping up. Stay with us from Atlantic City. Round 2. Let's see if they pace themselves a little more. McGirt's corner encouraging him to do that, telling him not to be in a hurry. It's a long 12-round scheduled bout.
Don, it was interesting to hear that both corners during after the first round were very upset that their men had gone away from all the tactical preparation. They implored with their fighter Work behind the jab. Settle down. Relax. Take your time. Don't get flustered. You're pressing too hard.
Meldrick promised us that we'd see the world's best jab today, and now in the second round he showed flashes of it. And the left arm of McGirt again, that's the left bicep that was injured and caused the postponement of the scheduled bout. It was worth watching because as good as Buddy's right hand is, he's got a wicked left hook that is even perhaps better.
Yeah, Buddy's left hook is his bread and butter punch. And he showed it in that first round. He buzzed Meldrick, didn't have him hurt, but definitely got his attention.
There's the left hook there that caught Taylor's attention.
These exchanges are not scientific counter-punching. These are just two guys exchanging punches. You hit me, I'll hit you. And that was not the way this fight figured to go.
Not too tactical, is it? Good chopping right at the end of the exchange from Meldrick. He takes during those exchanges, but tends to end them brilliantly.
Right now, this is no chess match as we might have expected. This is a war. They won't be able to sustain this pace, but they must be careful not to get hurt too much, not to take too much damage during these heavy exchanges when they're both loading up for their Sunday punches.
They threw away the bishops and sent for the soldiers.
That's right. Meldrick trying to work in behind that jab. He just did something there that George Benton told him between rounds not to do. Meldrick Taylor led with his right hand. They want to avoid the McGirt counter punch, the left hook counter.
It is worth noting again that McGirt has stopped 33 of his 40 opponents. Meldrick Taylor has 9 knockouts, but he's only had 20 bouts. He had a draw with Howard Davis a couple of years ago. Of course, McGirt destroyed Davis in 1 round 5 weeks back.
Meldrick is quick to point out to us that Howard Davis was a shot Howard Davis 2 years after he fought him, when Davis fought what many think was at least one of the 2 best fights of his career.
Taylor and McGirt giving this crowd here and our viewers what they expected. Great action for the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship. That's round 2. Round 3 of the scheduled 12 round IBF Junior Welterweight title bout in Atlantic City. And let's go back to between rounds now in Taylor's corner, George Benton and Lou Duva.
Don't pull out with your head up, because you get hit, because he's leaping at you. Now you look. Now give me a little more jab. You understand? Hey, right there, double up on the jab. Double up on the jab. Listen, Mel, I want it here, see? There.
Evidence there of what the jab can do for Meldrick, Alex.
And George says he doesn't want the jab just on the head. He wants it on the shoulders, on the chest, any place. Buddy McGirt slips with his head very well. It's easier to hit him with a jab on the shoulders or on the body.
That jab can make the right hand so effective for Meldrick Taylor, and we're seeing that here in this 3rd round of a very close bout. One that probably has gone 1 round to each man to this stage.
Yeah, I had the first round of McGirt and the second round of Taylor.
So did I.
I think that right now Buddy McGirt looks a little bit lethargic. He looks like he's breathing through his mouth a little bit more than we expect at this early stage of the fight. And he's not quite as quick as we might expect. Throwing many more power punches and many fewer of the blue, and he just got caught with a good right hand.
He sure did. A wicked right hand by Taylor. We're about midway in this, the 3rd round, and the pace really hasn't slowed appreciably since the furious start back in round 1 of the opening bell.
The difference is that Meldrick Taylor got a little bit of Buddy McGirt's respect in that second round, and he's continuing to do it right here in the 3rd round. He's beating him to the punch, he's getting off first, and right now Meldrick Taylor's speed is the decisive factor.
It was matched speed against power. Not that McGirt is slow by any means, but Meldrick's speed certainly has to be respected.
Don, these moments here are interesting. There's no action going on. There's some good right hand lead by Meldrick and punches behind it. And again, McGirt does nothing to respond. That's surprising.
It sure is.
But the interesting thing that we're watching here is when neither man is punching is that each one is waiting for the other man to initiate the action and open himself up for counter punches.
Some might question Taylor switching his leads, but he's getting away with it beautifully, although now McGirt coming out of his shell. as he pounds to the body.
McGirt's landing punches to the body, but he really doesn't have, at this point, a lot of zip on them. And he's taking punches in return. Meldrick Taylor is finishing the exchanges, and Buddy McGirt continues to look tired and breathe heavily from the mouth.
Taylor having a very big final minute of this third round. He's got McGirt chasing him and missing him now as the speed is showing up well. That'll do it for a great round number 3. Don Chevrier ringside Atlantic City with Alex Wallow for the 4th round. We have just seen Meldrick Taylor's best round of this bout by far, round number 3, to take the lead unofficially.
And there is concern in the McGirt corner. Al Certo, his manager and trainer, saying, "What's wrong with you, buddy? Wake up. Come on, you're letting him be comfortable in there." And Meldrick Taylor at this point looks very, very comfortable indeed. And Buddy McGirt does not look himself.
He really doesn't. Not the way he looked against Davis, not the way he looked in the first round of this bout. And as a result, Meldrick, the 21-year-old challenger, has simply had time to get all the more relaxed and feel all the more confident.
And do what his manager and trainer Lou Duva said at the top of the show, which is to dictate the pace.
So if tactics were thrown out the window early, Meldrick is the first man to win them back. Again, no question about McGirt's left because he's using it abundantly. Taylor has the draw with Davis, but he is undefeated. However, the record of McGirt shows he has beaten 2 previously undefeated boxers, Vincent Relaford and, of course, Frankie Warren, from whom he won the title.
There's good work there from Buddy McGirt. Heavy, heavy punches, not setting things up with a jab, but just wailing in. Meldrick Taylor trying to bend from the waist and block them. A few of them got through and scored. Good right hand by McGirt.
After the jab that set it up. Buddy's mother in attendance, Dorothea McGirt. And she looks very calm, considering her son is in a brawl. McGirt going back to the jab more consistently now. As is Taylor in response.
It's interesting to watch here, Don, not only who initiates the exchanges, who gets off first, but also who finishes the exchanges. Who catches the eye of the judges by fighting at the end of the exchange and continuing to fight throughout the exchange.
And it was Taylor, certainly in the first 3 rounds, who caught my eye consistently doing that.
Right now, Meldrick's going in a little bit too much of a defensive show when Buddy starts punching. He's concentrating too much on making Buddy miss and not concentrating enough on taking advantage of the openings that Buddy's punchings are leaving.
Body head with very fast hand speed displayed by Meldrick Taylor. A brilliant combination for him.
And in those kind of exchanges, Meldrick Taylor just comes out looking the fresher.
Much. Seconds ticking down here in the 4th round of a scheduled 12-rounder.